It's sometimes hard to believe that Rasputin was real, like there's no non-screwed up part of Rasputin's existence. Did he do something problematic? I thought he was just Russia's greatest love machine. Basically true story. Fanatical Russian monk who was almost never shaved or washed and smells like goats shows up at the Russian capital with a creepy look on his beardy face. And everyone just assumes he's a prophet or a saint because he's got a cult following that believes he can cure illnesses. His stands are strictly obsessed with him and he gets just a screw ton of Russian ping pong wherever he goes, because apparently he can cure his true believers of illness with his god-given stick magic. Russia's queen has him come stay at the palace and sets him up in luxury because she thinks he can cure her son's hemophilia with the power of Russian goat Jesus. And they allegedly become lovers. Probably because she craves that unwashed goat-scented stick like the rest of his cult, which he now allegedly belongs to. The worst assassins in the history of assassinations try to assassinate him because all of Russia is salute-shaming the queen because he has too much power over the royal family and is helping revolutionaries turn people against the royals. So these idiots have him around for tea and cakes which are poisoned with cyanide, but he is magically unaffected by poison. They got the dose wrong and he doesn't die. And then he drinks 3 glasses of wine which are also poisoned and he doesn't die. So they tell him to look at a crucifix and shoot him in the chest with a revolver when he isn't looking and he doesn't die. But they think he's dead, so one of them dresses in his clothes and gets driven to his apartment to make it look like he's gone home to hide the crime. And when they come back, he gets up and attacks them, so they stab him in the side with a knife and he doesn't die. And then he frees himself and runs outside, so they shoot him a few more times, including in the forehead. And they wrap his body up and chuck him in the icy river, and he doesn't go into the water, so his body is found on the ice the next day. And get this, he died of hypothermia. Additionally, everyone who wasn't in the party of getting rid of Rasputin was pretty bummed out when they found him and his miracle stick dead the next day, and there was a pretty bangin' funeral of which the royal family themselves attended. However, after the Tsar was overthrown a few months later, they exhumed his body and burned it because the new leadership was very adamant about making sure there were no ties left to honor the old monarchy. However, this dude's body has never been properly prepped for a cremation, which meant that under the extreme heat, his tendons and ligaments began to retract and shrink, causing his dead body to move and twitch around as if still animate. According to some testimony, his body actually sat up straight on the pyre, and at least one spectator fired a gun at the body, and another may have allegedly died of shock. Did Rasputin do something problematic? I'm going to die.